coming into the season.
I don't think I've seen a single rogue match, in fairness. I know it's Hiko and Cadian and Shinobi.
Shinobi, I think he got cut.
Yeah, all I know is Hiko and Cadian. I haven't seen any of their matches.
So, Gumond.
Who is Gumond?
Yeah, there is a new fifth.
See, there it is.
I've never even heard of this guy.
He was walking past the esports arena. They said, "Hey guys, hey, can you play Counter Strike?" Hey, Gumond.
Stumbled into the ghost
I
house.
wonder if that's somebody with a name. Let me just.
I've never even heard of him.
It reminds me of the French name, Guillaume, for some reason. I guess because it starts with a G. Oh, GMD. But I don't know who GMD is as well, so.
He's Gumond.
Gumond, I suppose. So, yeah, there he is. He's right there. Yeah, I have no knowledge of this player. And Connor's going to be able to dart through into the pillar area.
Apparently it's Raph.
Raph.
Oh, it's Raph?
Is he a rogue player?
Okay, Raph.
Oh, never mind.
Is he a rogue player?
Wrath?
Yeah.
Wrath. Oh yeah, Wrath went to Ghost.
Yeah, we've actually watched him play. I think you were commenting as well at that point.
Why is his name Guimont? Where the admin's at?
Guimond. Sounded like a Jamaican.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Beer can.
Beer can.
Beer can.
Well, Ghost are. I mean, it's taking a long time for Liquid to get out of the balcony, but JDM's finally run distraction. There is a kit onto Steel, but he's got to get close. Seb is the only man left.
Oh, yeah.
I think ideally they wanted Elish to go first because he was the low health player, but
Seb is dope.
it is what it is.
I think Wardell and Seb, I think if they don't get Pro League next season, I mean, they could stick together. I have no idea if they really would, but I think that Seb and Wardell totally get another chance at Pro and maybe get picked up by some better teams.
Absolutely, it's an interesting one. Do you wonder also like where Pitt's gonna go? Seems like he should be probably a pretty hot prospect for a lot of teams. Pitt's, yeah.
Yeah. It's like it's a matter of space. Like what teams are available for him to go on to. It's a big conversation.
The flash wasn't there. The lineup for Elish was phenomenal, but it's all about dreaming about what could be, as it was not the reality. Twist instead holding the boulder down, actually doing some damage here. A 3v3. CZ coming in from behind. If Twist can just stay alive until the flank is able to come into play, this could go really well. But I think Bat Steel's been hurt. He's got a bit of smoke to work off of. And making so much noise. This is surely the chance for his teammates to start pushing. Indeed, Twist goes in. Steel can't get anything at the same time.
CZ's Seb dancing, making it really hard. Steel. Oh, doesn't have so many bullets, but still manages to land a shot. 5 bullets left, and the kills will come in at least. I don't know if they've got time to defuse the bomb, but they'll try. I don't think they're going to make it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
This is close.
I think he's just about not going to make it.
I think he's got it.
I think you're wrong, Dan. I think you're wrong.
Oh, he has it.
He's right!
Because it's like the old bombs, bomb time. It's like if it gets if it gets to the fastest.
There's an overflow. Oh, nice desktop, buddy.
If it gets to like the fastest ticker, because obviously like in 1.6 it was.
How are you gonna expose me like that? Do you know how bad it looks when a really tall person is slouched back like that? I look like some kind of snake or something.
Well, usually I'm like in the chair like this, so they didn't catch me. But
in our old studio, I used to take my jeans off when we commentated, so it could have been worse.
Did you know that?
Did I know? Yes. Yes, I definitely knew that.
At least sitting next to
Did he just like stand up and take his jeans off?
Well, yeah, we would have the desk sort of obscuring the lower half, so he could do whatever he wanted, and he did.
Did you worry about what his intentions were when he did beside you, or did he warn you the first time?
Sometimes it's more comfortable at 1 o'clock in the morning to just not be wearing.
From your perspective, I totally
trousers.
understand, but from everybody else in the room and maybe the producers and stuff.
I'm just not. I mean, my focus is not really on that. I'm just thinking about the game.
Yeah,
I'm a man of the game.
Our producer would give me weird looks, but I don't care.
Yeah.
He can't. I tell him what to do.
You're the boss of him.
Yeah, I'll take my trousers off if I want to. It's fine. It's fine.
Whole thing in Hollywood about this, right?
Oh dear.
Brilliant. But I was gonna say, like with the way the bomb ticker works, like in 1.6, the older iterations of the Counter-Strike, it's like really clear because it's like it goes through phases, and like the last phase means that there's like 5 seconds left. So if you manage to get or hit the defuse just before it reaches that point, you're actually good to go.
Yeah.
And I think it's like kind of similar here. It's like now it took me a while because it's more incremental now.
You have the music now though.
Oh yeah, I have that off though.
Yeah, but you can just set just the 10-second music and not the other music, so you don't have to. Yeah.
I just can't do that.
You don't have to.
I'm too English.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm very confident knowing the timing, so I just don't bother. But
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
like when
I think the
people
same for me.
they toggle the tooltips that show where the bomb is in smokes.
Oh,
Like, you know, the noob,
Like the
the
game
noob
help, game
instructions.
instructor?
Defuse the bomb.
yeah,
Here
yeah,
is
yeah.
the bomb. I don't do that.
Well, who would do that?
Do you know what? And the NIP Twitter account tweeted yesterday saying, you can do this when the bomb is done. I replied and said silver strats.
Silver Strat.
I love their Twitter account. It's hilarious, especially like in
We
the
were-
beginning of the season. They
We
were
were
getting so
feeling
much
bad.
abuse.
Yeah, we were feeling bad for
Yeah.
him.
It actually felt like the most depressing thing because it's like always so positive. It's like NIP, you know, tweeting out about their games and you know all this kind of stuff, and then they would always just barely lose, and it's so sad and depressing, and
Yeah.
everyone's giving them abuse, and it's like oh god.
And then they just win Oakland.
Then out of nowhere, win
Beat the
Oakland.
best team in the world in a best of 5.
I actually thought about the Twitter guy straight away. It's like I was like this guy.
Celebration, bitches.
Yeah, I was like, this guy is gonna be so happy. Whoever's or girl, whoever's running their Twitter account, the socials, because finally, you know, they get something.
Oh, Wardell tagged up with the Bees Money Crew tag.
Yeah.
That's so funny because we can just.
So, CZ's M4 from Nitro. Nitro.
Not true.
Nitro!
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 Non-disca.
See, this is the hot rod. China #1.
Why China
Phenomenal.
#1 though? You didn't explain that.
Oh, it's because people in PUBG, right, Chinese guys,
Yeah.
would wear like red tops, and they would all meet up somewhere and run around and just like kill everybody else.
Because of red flag. I see.
And they'd be shouting, China #1. I think it's happened in a few different games.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I've seen a video of it from some game on YouTube. It's hilarious.
Oh yeah, all battle royale mods.
China #1. So I like my memes. My memes.
I like memes, but they're overused. Makes people stupider.
It's the definition of memes.
Yeah, that's true. But I think it makes people stupider. Memes.
I think so.
Absolutely, 100%.
The irony of stupider.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. I give it that.
I was gonna.
Concon 93. Showing why he's got his numbers after his name.
Oh, I have a question actually, because so isn't it actually so cleverer is not a word, right? But did it get added to the dictionary as a word?
That's what I was wondering about stupider.
Yeah, because this is
Because
actually
people
like
say it enough, then it becomes a word.
no, exactly. That's why it's interesting.
That is what communication is, anyway.
Absolutely, yeah. If you understand.
Stop trying to control language, everybody. Unless you really want to.
Language evolves.
Or, my #1 thing though is if people say you're wrong or you're
That's-
You're an
possessive.
idiot.
Yeah. Oh man.
I
I can't stand that.
It-
That's
it-
the only thing.
I should name a gun that. I should name a gun. You're an idiot.
Oh, you don't. That triggers me immediately.
An auto
actually.
sniper. I should name my auto sniper. You're an idiot.
But the point that you're making about like how language evolves and is organic in that way is like so interesting because it like speaks to the zeitgeist at the time so much. Like from a linguistic standpoint, it's like
Yeah.
so fascinating.
Because like we're speeding up everything, and communication is also being sped up.
Yeah.
Speeded.
It speaks to laziness and
Oh, man.
stupidity to me.
Speeded is a word though, so but it didn't sound like it in the context of what we're talking about.
Spood.
Spood up. It's like a
Sport.
in the UK, I think there's a big tendency to say slow, but actually it's supposed to be more correct to say slowed. But obviously, if you say something is slowed down, people understand what you're saying. So it's correct enough in that respect. But
You could just say slowed to make sure everyone knows.
Slowed.
Loaded.
slowed. But I think slowed sounds a lot better anyway. So I tend to use that. We're too pedantic.
No, we're not too pedantic.
We were moving that along, I think.
I am very pedantic, but
But you're
I
not
don't-
pedantic enough.
I don't think I'm too pedantic.
You're leaving room for more.
I feel like if I don't correct things, then like I don't want to be surrounded. It's like radiation.
Yes. Well, I think like what you're
I
saying
don't want poisoning. I don't want to have to wear a hazmat.
Well, it doesn't sound pedantic when you're talking about it, because you rehash it when you talk about it, so it's funny too.
But it's also like really interesting as well, because even though you could describe it as pedantic, it is also a sign that you're a self-aware person, because you're trying to think about all the things that you are saying, hence the communication you're using, and you're constantly checking these things.
I'm trying to be the best I can be.
It's a,
and I don't want to be exposed to...
There's no difference between James and Ash Ketchum.
It's really funny though, because you can tell, like, when you talk to certain people that they're super switched on and they actually think about everything about themselves.
It's really refreshing.
It's awesome. I met someone like that randomly recently on the beach. I just struck up conversation. It was amazing.
Nice.
Such a good conversation.
Did
Anyway,
smash?
it's 4-2. Ghost in the lead on this T side. And we have the money back in the hands here, in some respect, for Liquid have enough nades and guns. Obviously, the AKs are in play as well, but no AWP. And they're playing really, Liquid are playing really passively here, testing Ghost's coordination on their defaults, which they are running, but it's a pretty slow-running default. Slowly but surely, making moves in towards A, long. Taking drop at the same time. Looks pretty, this is a good start from Ghost.
Oh look, Guimond has got himself a nice little flower, hasn't he? He's got himself a rose. Guimond trying to pre-fire and fail boating into the bottom of the sea.
No kiss from that rose.
He didn't rose to the occasion.
I love that. Especially the theme of like
of
grammatically incorrect stuff.
I hate you so much right now.
That's awesome.
I was gonna say Rosen, but
that was pretty next level. I respect that massively.
Wartortle misses his shot. It's his Pokemon name.
or Turtle.
Wartortle. Seb, a very exciting young prospect. So it's this default has ultimately failed here from Ghost, but I feel like they did set up the round well.
Has defaulted. They have defaulted on a default.
I don't know actually if I agree, and I'll explain why. Because I feel as though they ran the default, and the default actually gave them, they actually got to the next step. They had drop, they had forward positioning in A-long. So the default did its job.
So it was more snakes and ladders then?
So it was more like the developing out of it, which was an issue there for them, I suppose.
Wait, you know what snakes and ladders are? There's somebody I knew, like, talked to that didn't know what snakes and ladders
No,
are.
we had this conversation as well with you, shoots and ladders in the
Oh, did you say shoots?
No, we say snakes.
Oh, we say
And for
snakes.
you, it's shoots.
No, I say snakes.
Oh, for you, it's snakes.
Yeah.
Who
Wait,
said
who
shoots
did
then?
we have?
Yeah, that's. I had a conversation. Another person didn't know what snakes and ladders were. They said shoots and ladders. Like, what are you talking
It
about?
must have been a guest on this show.
We need to
we
find
get,
this
we get a
person.
lot of really ignorant people on the show, so.
Yeah.
just kidding.
I'm not one of them. But yeah, I said snakes too, so I was surprised.
That's hilarious. Ghost Gaming still have a round lead at the moment. If you're from a place that says shoots and ladders, tweet us. I want to know where.
Hashtag ECS4. They're about to go down the chute into drop zone. To drop and into perhaps E-box. Maybe they can dream of being in the E-box position. Twist is currently living that life. It's a good life by E-box. It's a good life. Look at this.
Umond.
It's a great time he's having right now. Got an AK.
Man, like we want.
It seems like a completely different person, like whole different person. Because
Maybe it's his last name. That's a dirty kill from Twist. That's Dirt McGirt. That's why he's on the team.
that was no respect.
Yeah, really aggressive. It's gonna work out for him, and
That was sick.
now there's opportunity for Ghost. The bomb is towards the plateau. Nitro is slowly creeping in. JDM covering the drop, as is Nitro, using distraction to help each other. Smoke down, preemptive smoke, but will JDM peek? He doesn't need to peek. There's 10 seconds for the bomb to go down. He just needs to stand there and look pretty.
And apparently Nitro tweeted that he would be calling when Steel came on the team. I don't know if that tweet is older now, so it's not the case anymore, but that was pretty recently, so
That makes sense. It's like a transitory period. I mean, to be honest, from what Stan said in his statement too, it like him and Nitro were sort of having that back and forth anyway. I think, right, during his time as IGL.
yeah.
So
Yeah, certainly Steel's going to be adding his ideas.
yeah, I get what you're saying about Guimond. Like, it seems like a different person.
Yeah.
There's people's names, especially like this, it's like it's a first name, like a fancy first name, maybe from an aristocratic family. Maybe it's like Guimond the Third, but he dropped that part. He didn't want to seem too pretentious, but he like capitalized the first letter. It's like I feel like it's a lot of indicate like tells it. Oh no!
It could be his last name, though.
Could also be last name. It's true.
It would make more sense to me if it was his last name. I think it's a very weird
Super fancy
first name. It's not Raymond.
Be an awesome
It's Guimond.
first name.
Guimond.
Guimond.
I don't think it'd be an awesome.
Guimond. Maybe you don't pronounce the D. It's like a
Unless you
Guimond.
call him G-Man, then it's awesome.
Oh yeah, Gmon.
Or Gmod.
Call him G-Mod.
Gmon.
Or just Gary.
Jamaican version. Gmon.
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 See, I was picturing like Spanish or Mexican or something because of the GUI.
Right. No, exactly. Yeah.
I was thinking French.
I was thinking French.
Because Guillain is a French name.
So I was thinking like Guillermo.
Guillem.
I don't know what that is.
Like Guillermo.
Okay, so
Actor.
Rath's name is Colin Rath McSwegan.
McSwegan.
Okay,
So-
well, never mind. Maybe that's his name. He's going to rename it. He's got a new last name.
McSwegan. Man like McSwegan.
McSwegan.
Good shot from JDM. It's been a bit of a standstill for a while here as they were waiting here patiently, looking for a pick. It's going to be offered up, and now JDM's going to commit them into the push. They have to go after that. You can't have a teammate get picked off and not get something for it, positioning or a trade or otherwise. And that's another round for Liquid. Ghost struggling in the mid-round situation so far. It feels like they're pretty good at getting into position where they can actually achieve something, but then they struggle to develop out of that again.
That's that's like a really good sign. I think this is what we saw from a Ghost that was good. They're like they do defaults and they do them all, but after that they don't. Their XCs aren't good enough, or they're just not good enough from that point on, just as like individuals, because the other players made it better.
Maybe they need to add some. Maybe there's like some tactics they have to add to sort of complete that development process to get then onto a site. But also with Ghost, as you said, that was promising. I think we saw it most on their Inferno game.
Yeah.
Exactly how well they approach the defaults situation sometimes, the fundamentals. Here goes B, the leader of the team. I think B is. I actually really like him when B's playing, not just because he's a good player, but I feel like he's the most natural leader of the team.
Yeah, he probably is.
Like beyond, like the leader of men type leader, not just I'm a shot caller. Like
Have you heard him talk before?
The guy that everybody looks up to on the team. Sorry?
Have you heard him talk before?
Yeah, we interviewed him last season.
Oh yeah.
And, yeah.
Gotcha.
He created the team, of course. He calls. He wanted to coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted more time for Tamagotchi. Ghost with a man advantage still. The bomb is on the site, and the bomb has now been planterized. He's got a long flank coming from JDM, and Leech is doing his best to spray Wardell. Some damage will be taken. So Wardell on the high ground, JDM on the low, not moving into the danger position. Now he knows where Wardell is. Wardell looking for the flank, but the flank has already come and gone. Connor's exposed. He's going to have to face one of these players, and he will prove victorious. JDM hit. Does he go to the point of no return? I think he's just been spotted. Wardell not on the angle just yet. Missing the shot now. That's a great shot with a P250. Trying to pre-fire. Gets both plays, but surely it's too late.
It might just be last.
Yeah, it's too late.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Jeez.
His green gloves really, they really don't tie the outfit together. It's really the opposite of whatever that is.
Yeah, they're a bit clowny.
It's like, it'd be the worst start to the Big Lebowski. Like, you steal away his gloves, and it's like, oh, you did me a favor, that's it, end of the movie. Have you seen the Big Lebowski, James?
I watched like
What?
30, 40 minutes of it, and I was like, what is this film? I just turned it off.
Man.
Wait, what? Well, what year did you watch it in? Like, obviously not when it came out.
No. Yeah, whenever I watch it, I was like, I don't know what this film is supposed to be, but it's not
Cult
for
classic. It's a cult classic.
me. It's not for me.
Yeah.
I thought it was awesome. Loved it. Watched it a few times, actually. Well, at least you watched some of it, James. You didn't watch the whole thing, but at least you somewhat know what I'm talking about. It's great. It's a good change.
It was one of my favorite quotes from that movie. If I'm wrong, you're just an asshole.
That's actually quite a good one. Well, Steel to win this fight. That's FAMAS. It's going to do the job. Very low health on Wardell. And again, Liquid have a fantastic setup to just deal with this. It doesn't really seem to be a way in for Ghost at this point, except exceptional shots connected. That's really all that they can really accomplish here. I don't think any amount of tactics can make up for the lack in manpower they had. And 6-5 is the scoreline. Again, Liquid sort of, we see sort of like a good development to the round, and then it just starts to slow down. Ghosts start to struggle to break.
They collapse on themselves.
Yeah, it feels like they don't have enough tactics to actually break that last sort of defense to get onto a bomb plant in a lot of these spots. Because Liquid are reading the game pretty well, so they're always having players sort of in position. to deal with stuff. Ghosts aren't able to surprise him just yet.
Still spots a lot, misses the Molotov. That is a real pain in the bind. In the bind.
In the bind.
I want to say bum and behind at the same time.
In the bind.
So how far will Ghost go? No more grenades for them.
Oh,
That's a meaty.
That was one more grenade for them.
Yeah, indeed it was.
And they hightail it out of there.
It's a meaty grenade. If a grenade had meat, that one would be like a meaty grenade.
Prime rib.
and they did 107 damage.
It'd be a whole chicken.
Quick mouse.
It's actually probably not 107, I would guess.
Yeah,
That's a
it's not true.
quick estimate. Quick lies. quick lies.
Quick untruths.
Wardell able to get in there, but he's the only man. And he'll be shut down by Liquid. That looked very uninspired there from Ghost. Again, this is also one of those spots for Ghost where I feel like they're doing good things, but they may be getting discouraged because of the outcome because that's a different way of looking at it. Sometimes the outcome does not pay respect whatsoever to your percentage to win, because maybe they lucked out on that 2%. Maybe you've got that bad beat or whatever. So I'm hoping that Ghosts keep faith in these defaults and just find a more effective way to get on these sides. Maybe we'll see more play towards B. That's something that's been lacking. They've put a lot of emphasis on the A side of the map.
Liquid picking up these pistol rounds now. Some 3-5 from Nitro, only good for one. Nice 3-5 from Steel though, only good for one. That's some nice success from Ghost, but will they commit to an A push here, or will they go back to B as they did in the previous round once the smoke was dropped towards the long? Minute 13, and that's not going to work out for B. Getting shot in the chest by a sniper rifle, not a good idea. Man like Guimond with the M4. He just plays as spicy as his nickname.
That was quite funny from Nitro's perspective, because he's standing there by the danger position, and
he just saw him. No?
And so he knows the first player's coming, he knows a rush is coming, and he does the perfect thing. He holds down mouse 1.
He just threw the B smoke, and he's walking to A.
Has it fooled them?
Yeah, it
fooled them.
did.
Twist.
Yeah, it pulled the rotate, and Twist pushed through A.
Twist is going to be that's a convincing factor. He's like, yep.
He's got to start running though soon. If
He has to believe in what he's done.
Exactly, he has to believe, yeah.
You have to believe, Seb. You have to believe.
That's pretty sick though.
20 seconds, and maybe Twist wants to go back to A because nobody's there. Maybe.
He just did not believe the whole time. Wait, that was awesome. Look how much time he has to set up too.
Well then, what can Seb do with this? Alicia's not giving any sound cues away. They've all got kits, these CTs. And they will slowly eliminate these positions one by one, but Seb, he could be by the barrels. No one's got towards the balcony to see what's going on the site. He's been spotted, he's been swatted, he did. It was a nice fake, did a good job.
Yeah, some time coming down off the clock. Yeah, it was really perfect. I think he even, I want to say he spotted Twist through the door when he was going back. But I don't know if he noticed or not. Either way, good idea was good. And that was a save too. He didn't actually have armor, as you could tell from those last few bullets. So, new round, new Seb.
Yeah, and it all again comes back to Nitro only getting 1 on the initial defense, and he played it perfectly. Just it was actually Ghost spacing that was off, and so he got punished by that. And he's going to return the favor. Just takes an easy frag onto Wardell. Just peering over that smoke with the orb. Wardell usually very good at punishing, but perhaps the timing, Wardell just perhaps looked away at the wrong moment or something similar. Counter-Strike often comes down to timing, and it's never nice to start off 5v4. If you're on the CT side, it feels so good on this map in particular, because it's hard to really take initiative. So now they can play passively and not feel like it's really costing them very much. Which that's usually the problem as a CT. You feel like it's costing you too much if you play passively.
Definitely.
Uh-oh. Goes for the continuation spray around the corner. Waiting. Nice follow.
Come on.
Straight up the ramp. trying to get more here, but good counter grenades from Liquid to seal the frag.
That gives them an advantage once more. JDM will here running and jumping towards the plateau, and Guimond goes straight into the cauldron. And the flashbang from Seb comes afterwards for some reason. I don't know if he was in position at the time to flash for his teammate, but he goes down for free. Ghost Gaming, last round.
Maybe Guimond is gonna rebrand, like Ruff is rebranding to Guimond. Maybe he's got like a sick, gonna drop a sick like logo and website and stuff soon.
Oh no, Guimond Gaming.
Guimond.
For a while, Automatic used to play as HAHN.
Oh yeah, Han. He wanted to,
I will be known as Han now.
he wanted to be called Han. Yeah.
He did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It was like he asked us to call him Han for a while, and I think
Maybe
we were
just
actually.
say no and then he switched back.
I think we kind of.
No, I think we were like whatever. I think it's mainly Valve that doesn't let people change their name
Oh,
once
yeah.
they've had signatures out.
Stop trolling me.
Yeah.
It'll be automatic.
Automatic. And a song, old song.
And it was before he became super godlike as well, like back then. He wasn't. I forget which team he was on at that point, but.
TSM.
Don't know.
No.
Nylum.
Some other team.
Yeah, and yeah, we just didn't know just yet that Automatic was super good. Obviously, it was Cloud9 where he's really showed the world that he is an incredibly impressive player.
Oh yeah.
And the combo with him and Stewie was something that rocked many teams, and this is a beautiful play here. Steal. Oh my god!
A headshot too.
Absolutely taken down.
Oh my god, that was insane.
That is embarrassing for Steel. I feel bad for Steel, man. Wardell.
That's funny.
Floats like a butterfly.
Before Steel joined Liquid, there was a period of time where he had a lot of disastrous things happen to him during matches.
All the CZ like rounds.
Just yeah. Yeah.
There's two of those.
It was funny, man. It was funny stuff. But his team can avenge him. 3 versus 1. It's a man like Guimond is that's left. That would have been a huge second frag, but he doesn't have time to look for these players. 7 seconds to run onto the site, and JDM just needs to hide. And he knows he needs to hide away.
Oh yeah, last round and a half.
So I have a theory about that position that Steel is in. So obviously there's something that's going on when you're setting up a fragging situation where the opponents don't know where you are. So he knows he can get 2 kills there, and it's very different. Like I think mentally, to engage in that situation versus peeking into a position where you're going to be fighting immediately versus somebody else. Because in that situation you were just fighting, but in the situation that Steel was in, he's very much in his conscious mind. He's thinking, how do I set this up to get like the best possible result? And that's like not the best place to be executing from. You want to be subconscious. You want to be in your subconscious when you're actually shooting off.
Yeah, yeah.
So you need to be having like a super level of focus, and you don't quite have that in that situation sometimes. And that's like the key difference. Uh-oh, this is a bit awkward. Oh god.
That was a great zoning Molotov.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was intended, but it worked really well.
Bomb is down for Liquid. Can Ghost get into position to retake this, to take control? They have a man disadvantage. They are all around the door and the balcony. There are lasers pointed at their heads. They might even be mounted on shots. Twist taking down at a range with a CZ from B. Nitro has the smoke advantage, and Guimond will take it in the face. Guimond has been made ugly. He's been mauled by a badger.
Been made ugly. Reminds me of that scene from Fight Club. It's like, I just wanted to destroy something beautiful.
You seen Fight Club, James?
I have seen Fight Club, yes.
Thank God.
Yes.
Nice.
I'm surprised you guys haven't seen Fisted on All Star. You gotta watch it. It must be on YouTube. It's so old. It must be on YouTube.
It would have to be like,
Yeah, he was looking at the scene from it.
and I have never seen it, which is kind of insane. I feel like I would have seen it.
Yeah, it's very. Had an atmosphere.
It looked very intense, actually, which was kind of cool. So,
Yeah, none of this fairy tale nonsense.
and it was made in the manga was written in the 80s. I read 83 to 87 or something.
You ever
so
played Kingdom Hearts, James?
No, but
That's
I've
a console
heard
game,
the name
though,
before.
so-
You have what? Sorry.
I've heard the name before, but I don't know what it is.
Oh, okay.
It's like a console adventure platform.
Yeah. There's like an Alice in Wonderland whole part to it. So
Yeah.
I'm not
I
about
was
that
reaching.
Oh, by the way, there was an Alice in the Wonderland game which is apparently very good, which is on the Quake 3 engine, the id Tech 3 engine.
Really?
So you can probably strafe jump in it.
You should do a video review.
I probably should.
Then with another video review.
Well, we have actually Liquid going for a rotation there. Now just sending Nitro, and then I'm going back to B. They've got the weapons advantage. I feel like this is actually quite a scary round because they've already lost the Liege. It only takes one more player to die before they get into the site to cause big problems. But they have Molotovs. There's one. Where's the second one for the Broken Wall player? That would be great. He's going to go to the end of the stairs. And Guimond on Broken Wall with the help of Wardell is causing problems.
B's been taken out, and Nitro will prevail at long range. Connor bouncing his way into a drop. Steel and Nitro have got to plant the bomb pretty quickly. Connor, does he go for the mad dash? Oh, the second plant. Oh, okay, the side plant. And Nitro, full health. He just needs to stay some distance away. Oh, 6 bullets. 6 bullets, and Connor will land it anyway.
The calmness.
It's actually really interesting because it
Bloody CZs, eh?
because Connor was playing against someone on a headshot angle, and I feel like it just for some reason I feel like he's so favorable. I don't even know why. It doesn't make sense.
Oh, that
He has
his
to
position?
see-
Well, that guy's only at headshot angle if he's crouched. That's why. So he can't move as much.
Right. Okay.
Maybe that's why I felt like he would. Well, I guess actually he was
Oh,
farther
they're
back.
both. Yeah.
If
yeah.
he jumped up, it wouldn't have been a headshot angle. He like did that to himself almost.
Pretty awesome round from Ghost with winning the force buy. Obviously, this can cripple things dramatically for Team Liquid. Wardell. Did he put an accent on his name?
Yeah, you know what?
Oh,
I think it's because the B's Money Crew. I think if I can remember correctly, the logo had a B in it, and I think the
B is in letter B, as in the animal B.
yeah. I can't remember if there was like something about
Which
the
one are
C.
you saying yes to?
The letter or the
Okay.
animal? The animal B.
The animal.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
BMC and it was
actual
animal
B. Okay.
See me-
or the
okay,
bug
The insect.
insect. Yeah.
Okay.
Animal B.
The mammal.
The
mammal
mammal.
bee.
So where are we going with the C then?
I think I can't remember if it was the C that changed, but there was something with the C. Maybe it was the C was a B,
The octopods.
like a B. I have to look it up. But I was thinking I think that accent actually had something to do with the picture of the logo.
Okay.
But I don't remember or know that for sure.
Well, maybe it's hard to say. We discovered that Wardell's not necessarily the guy for details with the whole AK-47 thing that we had going on for a while. Well, bomb actually dropped at the feet of Sep, so I mean a position that is pretty damn strong here for Ghost.
Okay.
Kind of just closing down multiple kills. Should be fine. Twist though, he can actually get a headshot angle against Connor. This could be favorable. It's actually smart of Connor to actually reposition it. This is not an engagement you necessarily want to even take. It's a 1v1, it's a 3v2, you have the bomb. Do you want to take a 1v1 against a deagle and a headshot angle? I think the answer is usually going to be a no, but he does find actually a good, like he has a bit of elevation and he beats his opponent to the angle, so it works out.
It's actually on the B. But
Interesting.
I guess it was the
Wrong way around.
antenna that
Yeah, maybe he just sort of just slammed his, I don't know, never mind.
yeah. Maybe he got mad one day.
Just randomly happened.
Who knows?
Char map. 4 rounds. 4 rounds between the two teams. Ghost to gaming.
Ghost Gaming Goo.
Liquid have got a bunch of smoke grenades. Does this mean... I mean, they don't have much else, I should add. Does this mean they'll go for a smoke execute towards B? Due to the lack of utility, the lack of presence towards A, they don't have... they've got 1 flashbang, so they're unlikely to be clearing out the channel of A long. And I have never seen that grenade thrown so badly, ever. In my life. When I'm at CT on Eco, I'll stand in the drop underneath this with my knife out. So if somebody tries to run in, knife him in the back. And if they look down and shoot me, so be it. So be it. Or if it sounds like they're rushing, I'll quickly drop a smoke and then it's even better.
Then just sit there with your knife out.
Yeah, so here comes the smoke execute into the B bomb site as expected, and they've got a range advantage with these weapons on many of these players. And they will have success, but Connor, does he go for a play through the smoke? He does, but he can't find a bomb planter and still has a superior position. BMC getting reset.
That's pretty intense. They kept it super simple. They kept it super simple, waited for pushes, spammed the smoke at long B to make it scary for anybody who'd be playing on there. But Ghost didn't play anyone on there at all. And then they just waited for them to come out, took their standard spots and got overwhelmed because they couldn't stop them in their choke points. So just kind of out-patience them. They had no utility left by the end of the round. I don't know if they used it early on, if they didn't have a lot to begin with. Maybe that was the case. Looks like they have some money left over, I'm not sure.
Their money sucks. So let's see what they choose to do. Do they buy random 1M4? Do they have limited guns, limited grenades? Do they... Seems like they do.
Oh wow, they're buying.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I guess they're the buy. Wow. Wait, what? How did they turn that much money into that? Didn't really look like they had enough for 4 rifles. Yeah, that's not so bad.
Yeah, they've got a few smokes. They need to win duels. They need to win fights. They need to take fights. They need to seek them, as hard as that is.
Yeah, that's kind of the hard part, right?
On Cobblestone.
Finding them. But it is true. They don't want what happened last round to happen again. They don't want let Liquid set up and then 5 man out into a site. They want to stop them in the choke points.
This time Liquid are better equipped and maybe they'll have a better approach, clearing out the long area with their flashbangs and such. Wardell caught out of position. Connor will trade though, but only for a time. Seb desperately trying to rotate into the A bomb site. We've got one straggler in Steel. I don't know where he's going, maybe for a massive flank, but who knows if it's necessary. Not anymore. Guimon has been taken out, and B will soon join him. They'll keep each other warm while the warmth leaves their bodies. 6th round lead now for Liquid. The Force Buy didn't work for Ghost. And they'll spend this time on Eco. Spend it in reflection, perhaps.
They kind of all in, eh? Because they're going to be next round. They're not going to have much money. I guess 1, 2, maybe on 3rd round loss. That's kind of an awkward position to be in because they spent a little bit here. They probably want to buy when it's 14-7 if they lose. But if that's the case, then this is $500 to $700 they would like to have.
Yeah, it's an interesting money situation. Going for the weaker buy in the previous round rather than this round. We'll see if it nets them an extra buy or not, should they continue to lose. But you want your buys to be good.
Strange decisions being made.
Yeah, when they first came on the scene on our radar, they had their own approach to eco rounds, or went to eco rather, which didn't seem to be the most efficient thing. But I liked that they were willing to choose their own path. And sure, it might not be the right thing right now, but they were. They wanted to think for themselves, which I think is a good trait to have.
Yeah.
Whether you make a mistake now, I think in the long term, having that attitude may be rewarding for you.
Yeah, for sure. I like that too. I like that in certain, like in Melee, what I like so much is that because the game is so kind of messed up, people can play different styles and get away with it. It's not like just one optimal style that everyone's trying to achieve. That's kind of cool to see. In Counter-Strike, there definitely is a lot of overlap between the very best and the almost very best.
So that's another angle for the long smoke, one would presume. Sometimes see from a T side when they've got a quick pick, a fast pick, an early pick. And Elise will get a very quick 2K. Despite the counter flashes from Liquid, it just can't stop them from overwhelming the offense of Ghost. Guimond is all that's left.
Good
Dearest Guimond, almost Almond, but more more graphical user interface.
Exactly. That's another thing in GUI.
GUI mod.
It's definitely a Digimon.
Man like Guimond.
What is that man-like thing? Is that from Man's Not Hot?
It's a London thing.
Oh, okay.
It's a Mandem thing.
A roadman thing?
Kind of. I only really use it properly for ROPs. I reserve it for ROPs. Man like ROPs.
You said it with somebody yesterday too. Man like Daps.
Man like Daps. Indeed.
Oh.
When it's LAN, it's only usually ROPs.
Only ROPs.
Sometimes I'll extend it. 15-7. Is this the end of the line for Ghost? It seems likely because Liquid seems just have too much power.
You always know it's bad when you have 5 different guns, so you know you're not doing great.
Yeah, French guns in tow as well. The FAMAS, the French gun. You can see the French army holding it in train stations in France, among other places, but mostly I'll be in a train station, so that's where I'll see them. Not sure how you pronounce it, but I would imagine FAMAS, something like that. I don't know. That was almost Japanese. In fact.
Yeah, I think that might have been how a Japanese schoolgirl would pronounce it.
Well, I have to say I missed the 1.6 FAMAS pretty desperately, but
Still in 1.6.
yeah, I can. Every now and then I watch the Sneal movie by Aethid. Get my fix. Sneal, best FAMAS player in 1.6.
I remember that clip where... Actually, let's take it to the last round.
Connor, oh, here we go.
Or maybe
That's
not.
the bomb, and the gun as well. B finds a moment to strike. Twist will take him out, though. 40 seconds for Twist to get that bomb to get 2 kills, and he's going to get smashed by Wardell. Wardell smash.
There was a... Because we used to have auto switch on a lot in 1.6, or
Right.
auto pickup.
Yeah.
So I remember this one clip where Swag like spam Squeaky in front of Nuke, and then he dropped his FAMAS, and the guy came through the door and picked it up.
Oh, the empty. Oh, the
Yeah.
empty gun.
The
That
empty
old
gun,
trick.
yeah.
That's so good. That's so good. That's too good.
My dream is always to throw one of those and then knife the person I throw it to.
It is seeing the panic set in when they realize there's no bullets. There's something
Quick.
special about that moment. It's like
You guys are sick.
you that is the purest source of true terror in a man. When he realizes that there's no bullets and he has to reload, doesn't know what to do because that knife is coming.
That's true.
Wardell can't get the continuation, but maybe Connor can. Connor will. What? How did that happen?
What?
I love that B realized immediately. Yep.
He's definitely not gonna see me at this point.
He realized just
From
straight
this
away.
point on. Yeah.
There wasn't even like a moment where he pauses like, hang on, what? Which happens sometimes, but Liquid.
We might see another fast run from Liquid, purely because they need to run around and die for the next round.
That's pretty good.
Although they're spending a fair amount, so they're definitely going for the W. I mean, they're very capable of winning this round. They just need to get into positions first. They've got 4 smoke grenades, so indeed it might be the wall of smoke. Isolate some players who are foolish enough to go beyond the smoke. But first, they need to take control of the platform position. They'll use the smokes to deploy past them. Nitro's made his way, and he's got a 1 versus 1. Elise, they're all running past Guimond. Guimond! Almost a false agent. He's done nothing, Guimond. He's dead. Guimond is dead. He's done. He's an egg and a baker's dozen. The line of smokes will allow the T's to plant. There's an AK and an M4. 2 versus 2. Wardell will be joining his teammate Connor around this tree position. It's a very nice shot from Wardell, but where is the lead? He's got himself a very nice shot into Connor. Now he can try to hide behind that very thin wall. He's thrown his pistol away. He's got 16 bullets. It should be enough for him. Oh, StarCraft aim will get the last kill just about as Waddle rattles off his last shot of Cobblestone. 16-9 for Liquid.
He did it right at the end, James. He got the Wardle in there. Nice.
The Wardle, yes. Waddle.
You said, yeah, the Wardle. That's the original. That's the OG.